wish we could like set it up somewhere.
If you build a shelf.
Oh, maybe we can get. What's up?
Books? I can get books.
I'll go get books.
Salama fam. Welcome to the channel. Y'all see the view? You can never get tired of this view because there's so much greenery. See? Isn't it pretty? And you see the ocean in the background. But we gotta get books to prop this up. We're on the iPad today, and this angle looks weird. I don't know. Maybe right there. But today, we're going to talk about how to sustain yourself in Africa, because this next phase of you guys that are going to be coming here, you guys just don't have a lot of time the way some of us did when we came to, and then even people that came like before us came maybe 5 to 10 years ago. We're at a place now where, how would you say it? It's not that they have to hurry, but you have to be very strategic with what you're doing. What are you doing?
Shalom, shalom, guys. Welcome. Welcome to the live.
I was telling them that the video is about how they don't have a lot of time the way we did when we came to almost 3 years ago, or people that came before us had a little bit more time, but now everything's heating up. What are some of the things that are heating up in the world?
A lot. Fires, tornadoes, what?
Tornadoes? What? I don't know what news you listening to. Where'd you see a tornado? Maybe there is a tornado. I don't know.
Earthquakes in diverse places.
You're funny.
Everything's heating
The
up.
oil spills.
Yeah, everything.
Food shortage.
So, yeah, it's like really everything we see is, I don't want to say out of time, but it's getting close to that time where you need to really, really start to prepare.
Airplane tickets are higher.
Yeah, you got to start preparing. You really got to know, you just got to take a leap of faith and just do it. Because if you don't, in time.
Yes, airplane tickets are going up. Even across the continent, airplane prices are going up. And if you notice, well, a lot of you guys aren't here, I don't know. So there's a lot of other, like, there's Asians, Europeans, there's a lot of people that are also leaving their home countries to come to the continent, because a lot of people understand what's about to happen. A lot of people understand that World War III could be happening soon. This whole war with Russia and Ukraine is clearly escalating. All those UFOs. I know some people think UFOs are, I don't know, there's a lot of like conspiracies around what UFOs are, but either way, there's stuff flying over America. They're lying. I don't know what they're doing. Nobody really knows what they're doing. You know, people are saying that the Ohio train disaster thing, derailment, is flooding into just everywhere across America, because Ohio connects to the Mississippi River, which is the largest river in America. Then on top of that, you have the regular racism and systematic racism. So there's a lot going on. Mm-hmm. On top of that, those black ranchers, that was just a crazy, I don't know, have we said that on here? I don't think we said that on here.
I think we were just talking about
The, are they in Colorado? The black ranchers, they have like 50 acres of land, they're self-sufficient and all that stuff. It's an older couple or middle-aged couple, and they live in a community with white people, because obviously when you leave the states that are in America, you usually end up in places where a lot of white country folks are, which most of the times, or at least in Ohio, that's where like the KKK, the real racists, the people like you don't play with when you're out there, that's where those folks are. And so they're surrounded by these people, and at first it seems like they're all working together. They gave food to them, and then they started stalking them. The husband had got arrested at one point for quote unquote stalking the white people that were actually stalking them. And so it's just America's not it. America's not it. America has never been it. It never will be it. For white people, it's not it, and certainly for black people, it's not it.
Exactly. We just gotta come back home and change our mindset of this is life. This is freedom. Like really, like you just have to get used to that. If you can't really step into like what the Most High really called you for, to be sustainable and to be a people of, just being sustainable. You have to learn how to take care of yourself, learn how to take care of your family, um, and that's what's really happening. Like even the world's trying to tell us that, like, hey, you gotta learn how to do pretty much everything. You gotta learn how to make your own medicine. You gotta learn how to eat right. You gotta learn how to what pretty much heal your own wound and everything. So it's coming to a time where um, you gotta be ready for that. You gotta be ready to just gotta be ready.
You gotta be ready to let Babylon go, which is hard for a lot of people because a lot of people when they come here, especially the first maybe the first 3 to 6 months, for some people maybe the first year, it's like a vacation. And I get it, you come off the plane, you're like, I'm in Tanzania, I'm in Africa, I'm seeing the most beautiful sights in the world. But in 2023, when you come, you just don't have time for that. In
Exactly.
fact, um, if we were you guys and we were coming in 2023 during these times, we would suggest maybe staying in the main city, like here in Tanzania. That's Dar es Salaam. Even though Dodoma is the capital, most people don't go there.
Yeah,
Um,
a mega city they call it, right?
Dar es Salaam is a mega. I put all cities in Africa are mega cities. Not all cities.
The big
All
cities.
capitals
Yeah,
in Africa are mega cities. They're super busy, super densely populated. Like it's something. But dang, I've lost my train of thought. Oh, I was saying, if we were y'all, we would stay in the main city, the super mega city that's densely populated, for maybe 3 months. And then every weekend or every 2 weeks, if you get a chance, make a chance. Don't pop over to the malls and do all the amusement parks and all these museums. It's just not time for that. Instead, you can take your money and you can go and explore smaller cities and explore villages to actually learn local life. And there was a good
yeah.
comment from one of our Tanzanian subscribers. I'm gonna find it and read it because I love it.
But yeah, that's what it really is. Joe, wait, no, stop. But that's what it's like really coming down to, like, especially if you're new here in Africa. Um, when you come to Africa, everything's gonna be new. So it's not like you're gonna be comfortable. You're gonna be like growing every day. You're gonna be uncomfortable every day. So like 3 months in a city to just get your feet planted and just kind of know what's going on around and how life is out here. Then go to the smaller cities, the villages, and just figure it out.
And learn from the locals because they can teach you better than we can teach you, than anybody can teach you. Whether you're going to Ghana, Sierra Leone, Kenya, Ethiopia, and you don't have to necessarily stay away from the diaspora, but being around people that are just like you can only take you so far. It's the same thing in business. If you want to learn something new, you're not just going to hang around the same people all day, every day, or else you're not going to learn anything new. You're not going to learn the culture. You're not going to advance your skill sets. You're going to be stuck. Instead, you have to put yourself in an environment that's uncomfortable. And this has to do with everything in life, whether it's business, school, learning, whatever it is, moving across the world, you have to allow yourself to be in uncomfortable, unfamiliar places to get to the next level. And in this case, that would hopefully be homesteading, becoming self-sufficient, owning land, becoming a part of a village, because those are the people I'm telling you. Those are the
Yeah,
people that are going to survive. The people in the city, even like the locals that stay in the city and they're stuck in the city, addicted to cheeseburgers and stuff in Africa is like
Yeah.
that's not gonna help.
And it's all love here. It's really all love. So if you're uncomfortable, you'll find somebody that will really try to help you and really genuinely, did I say that? Yeah. Like love you and just guide you through like the small towns and everything like that. You just gotta have an open heart, especially where we come from. You know, it's different. It's different, but you just gotta take a chance and do it.
And try not to be overly paranoid because that'll completely
Yeah.
ruin everything you do. You won't be able to function. If you're somebody that's very fearful and overly paranoid, you should probably get deliverance, maybe seek therapy before you come out because it's not going to work out. It's not going to work. But let me read this comment from one of our Tanzanian subscribers.
Sure.
They said, I'm from Tanzania. Our brothers and sisters from the diaspora must come and start from the village where our ancestors were still active. The cities are mixed up there, and there's a lot of spiritual battle to let you guys get back into Babylon. So he's saying, like, by being in the city, you get kind of not tricked necessarily, but there's this. Why is he yelling? There's this inkling or itch to go back to Babylon. Then he says, life in the village is so cheap and you can build a mansion and cultivate food there. And then later, if you want to go into the city, it is okay because you have an alternative home. All people, life is tough in cities. They're moving or going back to the village to be like that. So he's saying even Tanzanians are going back to the village because obviously inflation is a worldwide thing because they're saying it's a worldwide famine, whether it's planned or not planned, whatever it is, prices are going up on food.
Everything.
Firms owned by, Bill Gates, all these elite folks are buying up land, not just in America.
Yeah, even here.
So it's really the time to find a village, find a community that you trust or that you want to learn from, get some land and start building. And those are all processes that take a long time. So that's why we say there's not really a lot of time to vacation anymore, although we had fun doing all of that stuff. If we were moving out of Ohio in 2023, that's what we would do different.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine like being in America now, and seeing what's going on with everything, and trying to rush out. Oh, man, I couldn't even imagine.
Man, I can't either. Like, what are airline prices like right now? I can't even imagine going back. Like, oh my gosh, I just can't do it. And then another thing, before you leave and you're interested, take the African ancestry DNA test because it's going to link you directly to a tribe in Africa. And a lot of times our either maternal or paternal lineages go back to a specific West African country, and a lot of these countries are offering dual citizenship. And so with Africa, what you'll notice if you look at not only East Africa and West Africa, South Africa, each region has this list of other African countries that they allow neighbors to get in for free. For example, if we had a Tanzanian passport, we would be able to go to Rwanda, Kenya, Mozambique, countries in this region visa-free, and sometimes in other regions in Africa, like Southern Africa. West Africa and East Africa, you don't see them merge as much, but I'm sure that'll be happening a lot more in the future. There's a lot of people, if you just type in, not a lot, but there's some, people that have gotten their ancestry citizenship, in Ghana or in Sierra Leone. I think Guinea-Bissau, Gabon, I think they're doing citizenship too. And so that's like, even if you don't want to live in those countries, now you have like a permanent residence where you can buy land, you can do business, you can move around the continent in a different way versus if you just have an American passport. Not that the American passport is bad, but when it comes to an African passport and trying to stay here long term and trying to move around like you're a long-term person and not just a tourist, that's going to come in handy big time.
And really, Africa is just like really coming together as a whole. So soon, soon. Hopefully, all the countries can just put their minds and their money together, and you be good. So
Yeah.
get here
Yeah, get here as soon as possible. I
so we
know
can prepare.
one of our subscribers said they're going to Zimbabwe tomorrow, so that's awesome. If you're leaving the States soon, let us know in the comments. We want to hear about that journey. But if you guys have questions, you can leave them and we'll answer them live. Right now, we also have a huge sale on the Dream Life Africa course, which is $67 off if you use code Africa 2023 at checkout. We will drop that in the description. But oh yeah, that reminded me. We were gonna provide practical housing tips, which is included in the Dream Life Africa, but you can talk about it right now.
Oh yeah. So we just wanted to tell you guys like when like if you're just arriving or you're already here or when you arrive, um, there's things that you have to look out for. Like say it's in the course that she just mentioned, but we just wanted to come
I'll drop a
live
link.
and let you guys know like certain things like recently, uh, all praises to the Most High, that our house it came with a well. So we had to fix the pump and stuff, but we got running water, like little things like that. We got running water, and then we go to certain restaurants and they don't have water, and we
Like
like,
you can't flush the toilet.
yeah, you can't flush the toilet, you can't wash your hands, stuff like that. And like recently, our neighbors around, it's no problem. It's no problem at all that that they come and get water from us also. So that's very important because we do have a big family, and if we need water, we gotta buy it, or we gotta, we're not connected to like a village like that where we can stand in line and trying to get water. Um, so that's a good thing to consider is try to look for a well, a house with a well, a house with a borehole where you're not, you know, dependent on the government water. Because
Yeah,
recently
that's big.
it's been like that. I'm like, man, what's wrong? I'm thinking our water's out, but I go outside the gate and people is filling up their buckets and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. I'm like, all praises that we're able to help our neighbors around. It's like 4 houses that usually come and get water. So that's very important. What else?
Yeah, that's huge. Because we didn't even intentionally, it just happened to have a well. Like that wasn't on our checklist, but that's something that y'all should add to your checklist,
Yeah, that's
especially
very,
if you're
very
going to be in
important.
East Africa. I don't know how big it is in West Africa, but definitely in East Africa. Even South Africa with the load shedding, which means you would probably want to have solar or a generator. Just figure out what region you're going to, what the weaknesses are as far as utilities are concerned, so that you can prepare for that. And then as you're doing that, that'll teach you for when you do hopefully build your own house or buy some land, you'll already kind of have an idea of how solar or wells or whatever it is works.
Exactly. Exactly. Dang, I was thinking about something. Let's see. Let's answer some questions. Somebody asked. Somebody always asks this question. It says, "Hello, I have a question. If somebody wanted to just up and leave America, how much money would you suggest to have?"
If you want to up and leave America, I would suggest having, more important than the dollar amount that you're leaving with, would be income that's coming in every month or on a consistent basis. So, for example, we left with $6,000, but we had money coming in on a consistent basis and have the entire time we've been here.
Yeah.
Some people leave with 30,000 and then go back. Some people, it depends more so on what you have coming in.
Yeah. And it depends on your lifestyle. So we can't give you an amount. It's just
If it's just
just
you, you
make
could probably
sure.
do 2,000 if you have stuff coming in every month.
Yeah, just make sure your lifestyle fits your pockets.
Yes, big time. And don't be trying to come out here and buy cinnamon toast crunch and stuff, y'all. It's gonna be $15.
So,
It's gonna be
frosted
$15.
flakes.
Yes, I almost bought it, y'all, but look, here's a secret. It's because I'm pregnant. I was craving frosted flakes. But that's for another video.
Yeah.
I didn't buy it, y'all, but yeah, you'll feel the urge to, but don't do it. Don't do it.
What else?
Have a partner with you that can say don't do the $15 cereal.
You tripping? What? Sorry about buying this. It's not.
Oh my gosh.
What you think?
How has life been for you and children in Tanzania? It's been incredible. Our children are like little Tanzanians because they speak Swahili. They have this whole accent. They're funny. But it's been really good. It's been fun and adventurous. I'd say the right word would be adventurous.
That sounds like us.
I plan on moving with my husband and kids in either May or August of this year, looking towards Tanzania or Rwanda, but taking the DNA test next month to see where our lineage. Ooh, that's exciting. That's such an exciting feeling when you take that DNA test.
Exactly, yeah.
It's nerve-wracking. You're like, where am I from? I'm probably from Ghana because all of us think we're from Ghana. Child, I got about 7% Ghana in my DNA. That's it. They just hype Ghana up a lot.
Why are you so funny?
Oh, man.
Zanzibar.
Leaving this year by Yah's grace, moving to Fumba Town, Zanzibar. After we get settled, I'm going back home to Nigeria to claim my father's land. Yes, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah, if y'all have the ability to travel across the continent and to establish residency and, you know, property, business, whatever it is across different countries in Africa, then do that. And a lot of times you don't even, depending on the infrastructure in the country, you don't have to physically be in the country to establish stuff. You can establish relationships. You can establish things in your online business. You can establish even investments. Like, I know Uganda has a really good business landscape and investment landscape where you can invest in the stocks there. There's just a lot of different options. Somebody said, I'm leaving before the end of the year. Wonderful. Yes, we offer help with moving to Africa. Check the link we posted. It's called Dream Life Africa. It's an e-course that we have used to help over 40 students. We used to offer consultations, like individual consultations, and he would do airport pickups, but it was just so busy. We would have like 3 people to 4 people scheduling calls every single week, and then depending on how quick they come, picking people up from the airport. So we don't do that anymore. We do it as an e-course, and then monthly you have the opportunity to hop on a Zoom call with everybody in the course, anybody that wants to come on and network and figure out how to create your dream life in Africa like we did. What is your opinion of using a VPN to connect to home for remote work to have money? We use a VPN. I always use a VPN. I don't get on my phone without a VPN. So we use Hotspot Shield. I've heard NordVPN is good. Those like the top 2.
Yeah, always keep a VPN on your phone or computer.
Do we give real estate tours or help with finding and buying land? We do not do real estate tours or help with finding and buying land, but we might have resources for you if you send us an email. Do you have a video on purchasing land in Tanzania? I think a corp has to be formed first. Yeah, you have to have a business first. Was the work residence permit a long, difficult process to get? For business, yes, it is. For the investor's visa, not necessarily for the different other types of visas they have. They have like a missionary visa. They have an artist visa. I don't know how well that works. I don't know anybody that's done that. Then they have a student visa.
Yeah.
But everything, just get in your head right now. Coming to Africa, it's not quick like in America where you're like, oh, go down and get this done and everything's instant. That's not going to be how it is. And it's not that they're being unprofessional, and it's not that they hate you. That's just, that's how they're, like, that's the culture.
They think if you move slower, the days gonna go faster. It doesn't make sense to me. I feel like you gotta just go, and then your day will just be like, oh dang, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Nah, here, no.
No.
They move slow. They move slow. So,
And if you're someone, if you're like fearful and paranoid or like irritated, you're like, they're just trying to make me mad. That's not what they're doing. That's literally just how they operate. That's how it is.
yeah.
And they don't just do it with you, they do it with other foreigners too. They do it with each other. Looking to travel to Uganda soon, but worrying about residency. I haven't heard a lot about residency in Uganda. I'm not sure if it's easy or not. I don't know. I hear it's a really beautiful country though, and it's good for
Yeah.
business. Somebody's leaving next month. Congrats. That's soon. That's March. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the perfect time. How much money is needed to get a business visa? Depending on which lawyer you use, around $6,000, could be a couple thousand more depending on what lawyer you use and what business you're going into, because you have to get permits. You have to, what else? Obviously the visa. So I should say what's included in the visa process. There's an entire other process that you have to go through.
Yeah.
So it's not like you just apply for the visa. There's certain legal requirements you have to do to even be able to register the company. So to register the company is $500, and you got to get permits, and you got to get, what's the other thing?
With the work permit.
Then you got to pay taxes. Then you got
tax
to,
clearance, all like.
yeah, it's a
all
whole
that.
list of things you have to do.
Like here in Tanzania, it's different. It's backwards. You got to pay taxes for the whole year before, and it depends on the location that you say your business is at.
Right.
So, like
So
I said,
you would need to know where you want to be.
Yeah, we explain that in the course also.
And then you would also need to reach out to a lawyer, because
Yeah.
it's a
That's
process.
the best. That's the best way.
Because if you try to do it alone, because you don't know the system here,
Yeah.
so it's not going to work well. Can a business visa be applied for online when it takes? Yeah, you apply for it online, but the process to upload different stuff.
Yeah. Like they will just say if you upload one form wrong, or just say you uploaded, say 5 things wrong, right? They will send back and say, hey, this is wrong. Like one thing is wrong, fix this. And then you fix it, then they send it back. You gotta fix the second thing. That's wrong. Then they send it back. Oh, you gotta fix the third thing. That's wrong. Oh, you gotta fix the fourth thing. And be like, why don't you just tell me to fix all 5 things? And I'll just fix the 5 things instead of going one by one.
Yeah. Then you also have to have somebody from the visa services come to your location to check your office. So it's a long process. But it's possible, and it works out for a lot of people. Just depends on what you want to do.
Yeah. Know the right people.
Which DNA test do you suggest? I'm kind of obsessed with like history and science, so I've taken a lot of different ones. African ancestry, if you want to know your tribe, like what tribe your mother's line is from, or your father's line is from. But you have to know with that mtDNA test, it's testing the literal DNA in the nucleus of your cells, and it's just testing a specific lineage. So you have 8 grandparents, obviously, but it's not testing all of those grandparents and telling you what tribe all of them are from. It's testing either your father's side and telling you what tribe he's from, or your mother's side and what tribe she is from. So it's not like all-inclusive like Ancestry DNA is. Ancestry DNA, on the other hand, includes your whole your whole genetic background percentages, but it will not give you a tribe. African ancestry is also Black owned, and they connect people to Africa. That's all I'm saying. I'm going through that now here in Babylon. You mean with your business? What do you mean you're going through that?
I know that's it. I'll do it.
What are you going through in Babylon?
Maybe it was something we was talking about.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, America's the same way, depending on what business you get into, if not harder and more expensive, depending on what business it is. I'd say the only like cheap route to go in America is an online business, but as soon as you get into, getting like an actual brick and mortar, paying taxes, establishing like a S corp or a LLC or whatever you want to establish, hiring a business attorney and all that stuff, it adds up. It adds up wherever you are in the world. Is buying a condo a form of business? Would you buy a condominium as a form of investment in Africa without having residency first? In Zanzibar, you can do that, but not on mainland Tanzania yet. That works in Zanzibar. That works in Zanzibar. Any other questions? Do you have any last? I feel like there's something else we were supposed to say with house hunting. What is it? What is it?
Just make sure it's in a good area.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's probably the best advice. Just make sure like your house is in a good area. Um,
Yeah, walk down the neighborhood. When we were in Sala Sala and we were looking for a house, this is in Dar es Salaam. We walked through the neighborhood. Remember that? With Lucy, the Dalali, the real estate agent. We walked through the neighborhood to see what it was like, to get a feel for the
when we
area.
first, yeah.
We walked,
first
yeah.
got here, yeah.
We walked all through that neighborhood. We were like, okay, this is
Walking
cool. They got
hills,
nice
it was
houses.
hot. Hey.
It's
Yeah.
a safe area. Don't go to nobody's slums. They got slums everywhere in the world. Don't go to the slums and then 6 months later you're like, why am I getting mugged every night? Like, don't do that. Try not to do that. And the way that you're going to be able to find out what the slums are is by talking to locals.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to tell you what areas to avoid better than any diasporan can. Can you come and invest in any business, whether diasporan or Tanzania? Yeah, technically you should be able to. I guess it would depend on what business it is and who your business partner is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might just be a slightly different process. Like if you have a foreign company versus a Tanzanian company, the Tanzanian company is going to be cheaper and you're going to be able to own land. If your company is only foreign, like 100% owned by foreigners, you can't buy land. Is Dar es Salaam a better city to start out versus Dodoma for diasporans?
I would say yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Dar es Salaam is a busy city. It's a business city, so
yeah,
that's where the business people is.
yep.
The Doma is more like government. So we haven't personally been to the Doma, but that's what I hear. I have a couple friends that moved from the Doma, and that's what they tell me. Like it's real. Like a lot of government people, they stay there. They're trying to make it more government than anything.
Yeah, it's like the government capital, which Dar es Salaam used to be, but it's not. So yeah, the Doma is also very dry. Dar es Salaam is more green.
Yeah, I hear the Doma is just crazy
Yeah,
spiritually.
yeah. But people have also said that about Tonga.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, unless they have
Everything
other questions, I think that's it. Are the whites racist there? I heard Aki speak on the man smoking near him and one of the children. Yes, because if you pay attention to who, but let me start by saying the foreigners that you see in Dar es Salaam aren't the same ones you'll see where we are in Tonga. And y'all, it would behoove you to do a lot of historical research when you branch out to different regions to see how long these colonizers been in these regions. That way you'll better understand some of the attitudes and energies of certain people.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say they're different. I don't think they're used to us. Talking back and standing up. and yeah, just being bold. So they be shocked like, oh, he's not like a local
They'd be
here.
annoyed.
Yeah.
Oh
So yeah.
my gosh.
So yeah.
But you won't encounter that in Dar es Salaam. I'm not sure if you encounter that in Arusha, maybe so.
I
There's a
mean,
lot of
we
them
haven't.
there.
We can't say it's not there because it is. We haven't been there so long. Wow.
When we were there, we didn't encounter that
Yeah.
like we have here.
And then like we always kind of stayed away from like the main city.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's true.
we always had a house like amongst the locals.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we weren't necessarily in like foreigner areas. I would suggest not going to the foreigner areas. I personally didn't leave Babylon to go live with the foreigners, but that's just me. Do you want to quickly play that video
The video.
about our old school? I think that's a good thing to end on.
So we just like,
Y'all gotta listen to this.
right
This is
before
crazy.
we came on here, we saw something on the
We're
news.
gonna play it for y'all.
I hope we don't get copyrighted for this. We don't own
No,
the-
it's like public domain.
Oh, okay, so
Copyright? No, that's for music.
so yeah, go ahead, explain to him.
So this school that's about to be on this video is a school that well, you didn't go there in middle school. I went there in middle school. I went there K through 12. If any of you guys have been subscribed for a long time, you know I grew up in a suburban white Ashkenazi Jewish community from 5 years old to 18, and so yeah, fair use. And so they're trending right now across the country because this teacher, I can't believe, I'm sorry, like I'm angry. Like this teacher in the middle school had the audacity during Black History Month to put up a picture of a gorilla eating a watermelon. But let's play the video because it's crazy. Just for people that think, oh, racism isn't real.
Turn it this way.
No, the speakers are cool.
I thought the speakers right here.
It's right there.
Yeah.
A picture of
They
an ape
here.
eating a watermelon
So
during
let
Black
us
History
know
Month.
if y'all can hear that. We just
Houseway. Let's put it up. On the 3rd of this month, students attending Bexley Middle School in Bexley, Ohio, saw a photo of an orangutan eating watermelon on a green screen immediately following a Black History Month fact segment during the morning announcements. One
Can
of
you
the
guys hear
teachers
that?
at the school
Let us know if you can
was
hear the news.
responsible for planting the image. Bexley Middle School has 549 enrolled students. About 80% of them are white. 8% identify as Black, according to the Public School Review. The racist image sparked immediate outrage among these young scholars, leading to many protesting outside and students voicing their displeasure at the school district meetings. Some of the parents have now threatened to sue. You see, this is a real problem. This is not fabricated. This is not some kind of fictional dynamic. This is real. This actually happened. The teacher decided to plant an offensive picture during this Black History Month presentation. Fallout following protests. A week after the racist image first appeared, unnamed teacher submitted his resignation.
his
School Superintendent Jason Fine said the resignation was effective immediately. The unnamed teacher would not be permitted in any classroom buildings or work with any students. Now, here's what I'm going to ask, since the school district did not release the name officially. I want to make sure, now I'm not saying I don't trust the school system, but I kind of don't.
Don't trust me.
I want to make sure this individual who did this particular action never works around children. So if you would, please kindly go ahead and leak the information right here, indisputable, so we will know who it is.
I'm gonna look in the
All right?
comments.
Thank you. Jeff, talk to you.
I'll add a link
No,
to
so-
it in the description so y'all can see.
It's so crazy because when was it? So I went to Bexley in high school, and my aunt actually helped start like when Black History Month came up, we do the assembly. We would put it together, like all the black people, and it's crazy
Students
that
for an Equal Society.
yes, students for an equal society.
Doing African dances and
Yeah,
everything.
African dances, everything
In
like
this
that.
Jewish white school.
And so, do you think they did that at the assembly?
No, they had stopped doing that, Students for an Equal Society,
No, I'm
shortly
talking
after
about
we
because
left.
every Black History Month they had an assembly.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, yeah, probably.
That's crazy. So just imagine you're sitting in a theater or something, and you see that on a smart board.
And that's what they would use. They would always teach students on the smart board. So, yeah, that's the racist BS that's going on in Ohio.
Even when we was there starting the Students for Equal Society, they probably was like, man, what's wrong with these people?
Why they bringing Africa to Ohio? Oh, dang, we was Africanized back then. We didn't even think about it back then. That's funny.
Crazy.
I wish we could see one of those videos. That's hilarious.
I think I got one on my phone.
We should share that. That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, so that's
it probably will pop up.
that's the folks we had to deal with, and it seems like they're getting worse over there.
Really.
Good job to the students who are standing up in middle school. That's awesome. You should feel empowered. I love that they're standing up as young, because they're probably 13 and 14. That's really good. They have good parents. But yeah, so that's what's going on in the world and what's going on in Africa. I used to work at an ish school. The teachers are racist as hell. They couldn't stand me. Yeah, they're racist as hell. They play like they're not, and it's like everybody sees through you.
Really.
Everybody sees through you, so don't play like that. And they'll give you like your little cute assembly and stuff, and then do stuff like what was just mentioned.
Yeah, so is there any more questions, guys?
Before we get off, we've been on for 42 minutes. Dang, that was a long one.
Yeah.
It seemed like it went by fast.
Yeah.
Again, for the people that have joined late, I'll drop the link to... Our kids love yelling nonstop. We'll drop the link to Dream Life Africa, which is our best-selling e-course that gives you practical tips and coaching to travel to Africa. And since, everything's going on in the world, and I know y'all trying to get out of Babylon, and y'all sick of the racism, and y'all sick of just not being around your people, you can get the course for $67 off at checkout if you use code Africa23, which I will include shortly when I figure out what I'm doing.
Man, I wish I could find that.
It'll be in the chat.
That would be funny.
You gotta search for it. Somebody got it.
I gotta upload
Students
it,
for an
man.
Equal Society, for real.
We used to dance and everything. We used to have
That was
practice.
fun.
I had to choose. I had to go to the Black History practice before wrestling practice, and I'd be late to
Dang.
wrestling practice. My coach like, "Oh, what are you doing? You're missing practice. The states is coming
You
up."
gotta go wrestle for us. What you doing this Black History for? Oh yeah, but they'll love you when you're shooting hoops, wrestling, and running.
Yeah.
They'll love that. And you'll be like, oh, that's not racist. Yeah, I'll put it, I don't know why this isn't loading. Is my internet good? Leave your last questions. Oh, I'm on the wrong live, that's why it ain't working. Don't mind me, y'all, that's not smart. I'm on a past live.
Well, talk to him, whatever you want to say. Talk to him.
What do you have to say about living in Tanzania, Jess? As a 8-year-old.
I don't know.
What do you have to say?
You don't know?
Do you like living here?
Mhm.
Do you like the people around?
No.
Yeah.
Don't mean.
Who?
gosh.
My teachers.
Well, they're teachers.
Huh?
We're talking about the people around.
I don't like them.
You don't like them? What's wrong with them?
They look different.
They look different than you? They look different than you? Okay, now I think I did it right, y'all.
Hi, everybody.
Oh.
All the
Well,
kids
the
are
children,
coming. They
they're
said
about
hi,
to
everybody.
take over the live. Did you say hi?
Hi.
You like school, Joe?
You like school?
No.
No? Why not?
Cause.
Because what?
You're tired of it?
Yeah.
You tired of it already?
Yeah.
Ah, that's crazy.
You want to stay home all day?
Hmm? Do you like
Dad,
your
why
friends?
I'm looking? Why I'm looking over here?
Do you like your friends at school?
No.
Wait,
I like Zion.
what would you
Zion's
say?
your friend.
I like Zion only.
Only Zion? Do y'all play Sonic and stuff? Right. You got something to say?
Mhm.
What?
I like school because there's a field to do gymnastics.
They need to hire Jasmine as a marketer for the school.
And I'm gonna teach the whole high school gymnastics. And my school is gonna be.
Show them again.
Huh?
Show them again.
Mom, I'm gonna do a front flip.
Now be careful, it's hard. Do a cartwheel.
No.
Do a cartwheel.
Dad, that's my time.
Go ahead.
And I can do this split. Dad, move!
Yes, they do have the accent. They do the accent. The backyard. Yeah, that's our backyard.
Okay.
It's not near Darb. We're 6 hours north.
If you flash, let me see. How fast are you?
Let's do it now!
Come on. Wow.
Now look at me!
He was fast.
Look at me! Put it over there. Move down. I did the exercise. Let's just crack your back.
You're so silly.
All right, guys.
I did
We're
flip.
about to. We're about to get off of here.
My turn. It's my turn. Dad, it's my turn.
Unless y'all want to watch them. Look, y'all can watch them all day.
Dad, it's my turn.
So we can just go. Y'all can watch them. How about that?
Dad, it's my turn.
How are the roads in your city?
Yeah, if you guys got questions, please let us know real quick before we get off of here. So let's see. Why don't guys wait?
Dad, it's my turn.
You want to play downstairs?
No.
Oh, wow.
All right, you guys gotta be quiet.
The roads in our city are great. But it's because like a lot of German, like this was a German territory during World War I and II. And so they built a lot of the infrastructure where we're at. So the roads are great where we're at.
Yeah.
Where is Jeremiah? Jeremiah is downstairs.
Jeremiah.
He looks like a teenager, y'all. He is very
G up here.
big.
Bring G up here.
He's a large child.
He's 11 years old, and I'm 8 years old.
That's true.
My birthday is in 3 months.
Our internet here is great. This is the best location we've been in for internet.
Dad, look, chill out.
Wow.
Man. Okay, wait till see.
Yeah, this is the best location we've been in for internet compared to where we were in Dar before. Like, at our house, I get the best internet reception out of anywhere else. So I can watch videos while I'm doing my work. We can go live like we are now. Down in Dar es Salaam, it wasn't as good as it is right here. And the location we were at, calm down, Joe. And the location, y'all, he tried to click y'all. Man, he made, now I lost my train of thought, y'all. What was I saying? Yeah, and the location we're at, the internet is great. But when you go outside of this location, then the internet is not as consistent. Not sure why. Yes, they're having a lot of fun. They just got energized with the video. Why is Zeke up here? Wow.
Say hi.
Are you gonna say hi?
I just had some issues.
She wants to hold it.
You guys see this? This is her phone.
Where's my phone? My buddy. Jeremiah Joe.
Zeke, where you going?
He's bigger than Callie.
Jeremiah, they want to say hi to you.
Somebody said, where's Jeremiah? You don't want to say hi? You want to smile?
Where's Jeremiah? Alright, they don't want to say hi. Alright guys, we just having fun now, so we about to get off of here.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
Yes, the Most High is good. Thank you, everyone. The cabin is going great. We gotta cut down trees. We'll probably do another update video on that, maybe next week or something. But we're cutting down more trees right now because we need a lot of wood. We need lots of wood. And so they found some mango trees and coconut trees.
Yeah. That's the main thing is wood.
If we need to replace our electronics, should we do it before or after coming to Africa? You can do it right before, but it's not a problem.
I say when you get here, kind of, because the plugs and the voltage is more powerful.
Oh,
in the
that's
States.
true. It just depends on, because I bought a MacBook here down in Dar es Salaam when my laptop broke.
Yeah.
So you can get stuff in the main city. The price might just be a little bit higher. That's the difference, because they're importing it. Thank you, fam. I'm happy for you. Africa for Africans. We would need to get adapters for the power outlets. Yep, go to your nearest Best Buy,
But sometimes they can't
Walmart,
either.
tech store,
Yeah.
because
I
they
say
use
get
the
it here.
UK outlets.
Yeah, I just get it here. That's my suggestion. Especially like adapters and stuff, because the voltage, they can convert the voltage.
Guys, be nice to each other. They pick on each other.
Stop for somebody to help. Yeah.
Could you share information on a real estate agent to buy land in Lushoto? You'd have to be up there for sure. For sure. Because even down where we are in the city, you have to be out here. We don't know any Delalas in Lushoto. You definitely have to travel up there and see and just talk to different people. But Lushoto is beautiful. I want to go visit. Jojo. Oh, he just left Lesotho. Dang, that's cool. We haven't been up there yet. It's a good 3 hours from where we're at, which is crazy because on the map it doesn't look like it's that far, but you know it's up the mountain, so. Or up a mountain. Definitely buy everything you need on Amazon. There's stuff that I'm like, I should have bought stuff on Amazon, just like random gadgets, random tech stuff that you might want, like a podcast microphone. I wish I had one of those for my podcast, but you know. He was at a hotel in Tonga and took a car to Lushoto, long ride. Yeah. That's cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, G.
Whoa.
But yep, y'all, I think that's it. If nobody has any other questions, check out the links in the description. I'll also provide the link to our crazy school we went to. Yeah, our crazy school we our crazy school we went to. Look at it and share it. Let it keep going trending. Let it keep trending. Yeah, G. And you know, come back to Africa where you don't have to deal with systematic racism. Because you're the majority and not the minority.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll give a link to my podcast in the description of this video. I haven't shared it in a while.
Yeah.
But it's about business and marketing and being an introvert. Is that all? Is it hard to buy furniture? I'm sorry, y'all. They're yelling. In Dar es Salaam, it's really easy. Where we are, it's hard because there's not a lot of furniture readily made. So that's the only thing with living in a small town. But you can find stuff that you like.
Our house came with
Yeah, our house is fully furnished. Just because we didn't want to deal with furnishing it. And it's not a permanent house, so it's better to spend that money at the cabin and furnishing the cabin. Is the furniture expensive in the States? Oh no, not at all. The furniture here, you can have nice. We gotta link that video when we bought our big table. Nice furniture for a little bit of money, a couple $100. Very nice.
Yeah.
You know the people? You know them?
Wear your shoes.
All right, guys. Shalom.
Salama.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like the video.
Bye.
Oh, you're so nice.
Everybody want to say bye.
Say bye.
I love you. Bye.
Okay, guys, no fighting. Everybody can say bye.
Bye.
They can see you all, guys.
Bye. Thank you. I need a vacuum back. Then you turn around. Then you crack your leg. Crack your bone. Crack your neck. Crack your teeth. Then you shake around. Then you do gymnastics. Like
All
a
right.
dance. And this. And me. Mommy, do this. Put it right here.
Yes, we're getting off.
Right here. Okay. We need to do some gymnastics.
That's not good.
Oh.
My song. I did.
Just close it
I did the. Look at me. I can do a front flip.
What's wrong with you?